So is it true that the people truly do define words, or are there not times that governments or businesses end up defining them for you? So, the big, and I think in this use case, I think one of the big things that's happened, I'll give you three big things that have happened that are kind of creating this collision, which is one, Spotify changed Spotify for podcasters to Spotify for creators. So they've already started pushing the language in a different direction. And meanwhile, Google's CEO is talking about podcasting on his investment calls. And there's now news coming out about Netflix getting into podcasting, whatever podcasting happens to mean to them. But it makes you think, like, what if the three of them all agreed that they weren't going to call it podcasting and they're going to call it something else? Can they not brand it into the market? Can the government not define things and legislate in certain ways that we get boxed into a word and a definition? Or is it really for the consumers to decide?
I think it's, in linguistics, they talk about prescriptivist versus descriptivist philosophies. And I won't go too nerdy on it, but basically, are you describing how people use the words, or are you telling them what to use? Literally had a meaning for a really long time. It meant this is the actual thing. Like, I am literally talking to you right now. But obviously, 99% of the world today uses literally to mean exactly what it used to be the opposite of, figuratively. I am literally so hungry I could eat a horse. No, you're not. But linguists would typically look and say, okay, that's what literally means now. That's how language evolves. So the word means how people use it. What if I were going to define podcasting, which I'm going to, since you asked me to? I think of it as, I've been wrestling with, do I want to include short term in there or not? Short form in that description or not? But I
It's a
think some
big
shows are too
question.
long.
It's a big question.
Yeah, but I think of it as on-demand audio programming. That's it. That's all I think of it as. I don't go deeper than that. And there's I can't think of what the word is, but there's a thing that happens in language sometimes where what used to be the word now has to. A great example is like acoustic guitar. A guitar used to mean acoustic guitar, but then we invented electric guitars, so we had to backfill the word acoustic guitar so you knew what kind of guitar we were referring to. That's a common phenomenon in language.